Students, in this video I will go through an exercise on how to solve angle relationships involving parallel lines cut by a transversal. So let's take a look. So in the previous video for the lesson associated with this assignment, I've gone over the following types of angle relationships: alternate interior and alternate exterior angles, as well as corresponding angles. So in order for you to answer these questions, you have to be fluent in identifying whether a pair of angles are alternate interior, alternate exterior, or corresponding angles. All right, so let's take a look. So question number 1 here. So I notice that I have 95, and I'm looking for this unknown angle over here. They are on opposite sides of the transversal. So a synonym for on opposite sides, they are going to be alternating. So these angles are outside of the pair of parallel lines, so we identify them as alternate exterior angles. And what do we know about alternate exterior angles? We know that alternate exterior angles are the same. So this is 95. Next, we have these pair of angles over here, and although they are not a part of the types of angles that we've gone over in the lesson, they are an angle type that we've covered in a previous lesson. So these two angles happen to be vertical angles. And what do we know about vertical angles? They are the same. So this also has to be 86. Question 3. These are, once again, alternate exterior angles. So therefore, this is 105. Moving on, question number 4. So these two angles are on the same side of the transversal. They are also corresponding. So what do we know about corresponding angles? They are going to be the same. These two angles are on opposite sides, so they're on opposite sides and they're outside of the parallel line, so we refer to this as alternate exterior, and alternate exterior are going to be the same. These two angles are a linear pair because they're adjacent to one another. And what do we know about linear pairs? They are supplementary. Next, we need to find the measure of the angle indicated in bold. So, the angle in bold, this is the angle in bold. So, if I know that this angle over here and this angle over here, they are alternate exterior angles, so therefore I can say 14x plus 4 will equal to 5x. And actually, even though we're asked to find this, if we find either that or this, they will be the same. It doesn't matter. So by isolating the unknown, I'm going to subtract both sides by 14x. I end up with negative 9x is equal to 4. Divide both sides by 9. I end up with x is equal to negative 4/9. If x is equal to negative 4/9, so what would that mean? Oh, I'm sorry, I miswrote. This is 15x. That's why I'm looking at this funny. Why is x negative in this case? So therefore I made a mistake here. So if I subtract both sides by 14x, I end up with x is equal to 4. And if x is equal to 4, that means this is going to equal to 60. And if that's 60, that means this is also 60. All right, moving on. These are corresponding. So what do I know about corresponding angles? They are going to be the same. So therefore I can say 12x plus 8 is equal to 14x minus 2. I'm going to subtract both sides by 12x and add both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2, x will equal to 5. If x is equal to 5, this angle over here, 14 times 5, that's 70. 70 minus 2 is 68. Moving on. These are alternate exterior angles, and we know alternate exterior angles to be the same. 25x is equal to 26x minus 2. Subtract both sides by 26x, I end up with negative x is equal to negative 2, or x is equal to positive 2. If x is equal to positive 2, then I know that this angle over here must equal to 50. Remember, I'm solving for the angle that's bolded. But regardless, because they're alternate exterior, both of them will equal to 50. Okay. Here, these two angles are adjacent and they are part of a straight line, so therefore they're supplementary. X plus 116 plus x plus 76 will equal to 180. Combining like terms, I end up with 2x plus 192 is equal to 180. Subtract both sides by 192, I end up with 2x is equal to negative 12. Divide by negative 12 by positive 2, I end up with x is equal to negative 6. If x is equal to negative 6, that means this will equal to 70. And that's pretty much it. Moving on, these are alternate interior angles, and what do I know about alternate interior angles? I know that they will be the same. 33x plus 3 will equal to 32x plus 7. Subtract both sides by 32x and subtract both sides by 3, I end up with x is equal to 4. And if x is equal to 4, then that means this will equal to 128 plus 7, that would be 135. These are linear pairs, so combining like terms, I add them together, they should add up to 180, so this is 2x plus 186 is equal to 180. Subtract both sides by 186, I end up with 2x is equal to negative 6, or x is equal to negative 3. By placing it in, this is equal to 100, therefore this is 80, this guy right here. Moving on. These are corresponding angles. 7x plus 1 will equal to 8x minus 6. Subtract both sides by 8x. Subtract both sides by 1. X will equal to 7. Since x is equal to 7, this angle over here, therefore, will equal to 50, because 7 times 7 is 49, plus 1 is 50. These are alternate exterior angles. I know that 7x plus 8 equals to 8x plus 2. Therefore, if I subtract both sides by 7x and subtract both sides by 2, I end up with x is equal to 6. And if x is equal to 6, then therefore this will equal to 50, because 6 times 7 is 42. 42 plus 8 is 50. Moving on, question number 15. These are, once again, alternate exterior angles. They are, once again, going to be the same. 8x plus 6 will equal to 7x plus 14. Subtract both sides by 7x and subtract both sides by 6. I end up with x is equal to 8. Since x is equal to 8, I know that this then will equal to 8 times 8 is 64, plus 6 is 70. Moving on, these two angles, linear pairs, x plus 109 plus x plus 91 should equal to 180. Combining like terms, I end up with 2x plus 200 is equal to 180. Subtract both sides by 200, I get negative 20. Divide by 2, I end up with x is equal to negative 10. Since x is equal to negative 10, this will equal to 81. And since that is 81, this will equal to 99. Number 17. These are vertical angles. So what do I know about vertical angles? I know that they are the same. 10x minus 5 will equal to 8x plus 11. Subtract both sides by 8x, add both sides by 5, I end up with 2x is equal to 16, giving me x is equal to 8. And since x is equal to 8, I know that this angle over here will equal to 80 minus 5, or 75. Question number 18. Since these two angles are corresponding angles and all three lines are parallel, that's how I know that they will be the same. So therefore, I will say 12 plus 8x will equal to 9x plus 1. Subtract 8x, subtract 1, I end up with x is equal to 11. Since x is equal to 11, I will have 12 plus 8 times 11, so that's 88 plus 12, or that's 100. These are corresponding angles. So I know corresponding angles are going to be the same, so therefore I say 16x minus 2 is equal to 14x plus 12. Subtract both sides by 14x, I end up with 2x. Add both sides by 2, I end up with 14. Divide by 2, I end up with x is equal to 7. And if x is equal to 7, I get 14 times 7 plus 12. That will be 98 plus 12. That will be 110. So this is 110. Number 20. These are alternate exterior angles. So therefore I say 9x plus 11 is equal to 10x. Subtract 9x from both sides, I end up with x is equal to 11. And since x is equal to 11, this will equal to 110. Because I know that this is equal to 110.